Oh god. Yep. Boss! Oh! Oh no, man! What's going on, doggies? And welcome to a 3-day solo survival challenge. This is legit. I've got no food, no water, no shelter for the next 3 days. All I've got in my bag here is a pocket knife and a handful of batteries. So this is all we've got for the next 3 days. There's absolutely nothing in that bag. Pocket knife, very simple basic knife. And in this bag, it's just full of batteries for the camera. That's pretty much all we've got. We've got 8 batteries and a pocket knife. So that's all we've got for the next 3 days. So I'm just gonna walk along this tide line, pick up as much stuff that will come in handy over the next 3 days. Old lighters, bits of string, whatever we can find. And then I'm gonna start building a shelter, probably just up here where it's a little bit higher, just in case that tide comes up really high overnight. I've already found myself an odd pair of thongs. There's no shortage of thongs. There's one there, there's one there, there's thongs absolutely washed up everywhere here. You can probably make a mattress out of the thongs. There's another one, another one. Alright, so I'm halfway through building our house for the next 3 days, and I'll give you guys a look. This is the outside of the big bad girl. Inside, it's actually quite spacious, but down there my feet will go. Up this end my head will go. It's pretty tall actually. I can easily sit there during the heat of the day. So I'm not building it in the shade there. In here it's full of mosquitoes and bugs, so I thought if I bring it out off of that pandanus palm a little bit, I can have it here. At night there might be a bit of a breeze, keep the mosquitoes off me, and well, that's the idea anyway. And I'm not going to elevate myself off the ground. I'm going to sleep on the sand. It's not cold. I'm not too worried about snakes or bugs here, so I'm literally just going to sleep straight on the sand, use my bag as a pillow. I'll keep working on this for a little bit, and I'm going to go for a walk, see if we can find something to drink or some water, because I'm getting bloody thirsty now. We've also found this magic piece of bamboo washed up. We don't want the bamboo, but what we want this blue string. Super strong. What I'm going to do with this string, I'm going to bind every single one of these onto the actual frame itself, so it's super strong. If it gets windy at night, it's going to be strong, it's going to stay there. And we've already got our first injury for the day. Sliced my finger open with a knife. Anyway, so I'm going to tie all these together, and then we'll start putting a face on this. All right, so I've just finished the last tie downs on the shelter, and it's looking pretty good. It is sturdy as sturdy can be. Like, there is no wind gonna move this no matter how windy it gets. All right, so this is a chair. That tire that I found up the coast there, that's a chair. So we're gonna sit on there, and inside our shelter, it's looking pretty good. It's like, look how sturdy this is, man. I am shaking the shit out of that and it's not moving, so it's pretty good. There's a lot of room in here. That's where we'll be sleeping for the next couple of nights. Look at it. It's like a big cocoon. If it rains, probably gonna get a little bit wet, but if it rains, that's a good thing because we can catch water tonight. So this is my little camping chair. Here's our hut. I'm gonna start a fire here, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, we'll see how we go finding water. But this is us. Pretty happy with it, so we'll punch up the coast, we'll go see if we can find something to drink. So we've just done a big walk along this whole tide line, no luck really. Lots of old coconuts, but they're not gonna be good for us. There's so many shoes. I think that's gonna be an upgrade. Let's have a... Oh yeah, look at that. All right, we'll upgrade to that. See if we can upgrade the left. But there's lots of stuff in here that's useful. Like, this is perfect for firewood. There's lighters. There's another old coconut there. There's many lighters like this, but they don't have the flints inside. I need that flint. There's another shitty old coconut here. Oh, this one's not so old, but I mean, it's, yeah, we can take this one actually. So the problem with this coconut, this is an old coconut, like it's been off the tree for so long. It's gonna have that thick meat, which I mean, I'll smash that thick meat, but for drinking, there's not a lot in there. But I mean, that's the first one we've found so far that's got a little bit in it. The rest up there are dry and cracked and shit, so. All right, so we've got another coconut down here. So what I'm noticing is, obviously the tide line's really high up against here, and there's a lot of good stuff that's wedged in the rocks, it's wedged in the little cracks. Like, so many shoes, so many lighters, there's bottles I can use, there's fishing line, not so much fishing line, but like really thin rope. There's a lot of useful stuff here, but I'm gonna get this coconut out. There's a coconut down there. So there's another coconut. It's probably not even a mouthful of water in this one either, but right now I'll take whatever I can find. Oh, slowly getting it open. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's probably 2 mouthfuls of liquid inside there. Oh wow, that is really rewarding. The only thing that I can't do is waste it like I just did then. Here's that coconut meat, that's probably what we're going to be having for dinner. Just like that, it's gone. All right, we got there in the end. That took a lot longer than the first one. That was a mission. But we got our second one. I didn't break it, so this is gonna come home. This is gonna come back to our little bungalow thing that we made. And this is gonna be our backup drink. I can tell right now that I'm gonna drink that second coconut tonight. Like, that first one did nothing. It didn't even, my mouth's super dry. I thought I upgraded my shoe, but I actually downgraded because the end of this here fills up with sand and there's nowhere for it to go. So I'm on the hunt for another shoe, and things are good. All right, we've just found a massive upgrade. It's for the wrong foot, but look at this. You are joking. And an upgrade for this one. Look at this thing. Missing the toe hole, but whew, now I've got sandals, man. I'm gonna be walking out of here with a brand new pair of bloody Nikes at the end of this mission. These are actually really comfortable. And if you're wondering why I'm like so frothed on finding shoes, it's because I've done this sort of stuff before and I didn't wear shoes and I cut my feet, and by the last day I had infected, dirty, like I was in the salt water coming out getting reef cuts. And trust me, you want to protect your feet when you're doing some sort of a mission like this. I could barely walk my way out of where I was, so the first thing I always do is I try to find a pair of shoes. I've eaten half of this coconut on the walk back. That is absolutely bloody delicious. Also, that's the first thing I've eaten all day, so tastes really good. I'll drink this as soon as I wake up, and then tomorrow we really have to find some water. I'm not too fussed about food, like I can eat all of that and then this is obviously going to be the same. So I think we've got plenty of coconut meat. We've got small crabs on the rocks over there. I'm going to use my dry bag as a pillow, and I'm going to sleep. Hopefully I can have a good night's sleep. Tomorrow is going to be a big day. We really need to find water. So yeah, I'm going to try to get some shut eye, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Yo. Oh. Good morning. I had a very interesting sleep. Oh. So last night there's these winds that would just come in and it would just sort of like circulate sand around, and I was just getting sand blasted. My ears are full of sand. Like I have sand everywhere. But apart from that, I had a solid sleep. A few mosquitoes, and there was one cow last night which came into our camp. Super strange. This big cow head at like 2:30 in the morning poked its head in, had a look at what I was doing, and then just kept walking up the beach. So strange. It scared the shit out of me. I'm gonna dig into this coconut, super thirsty, and we'll start our day. Look at this for breakfast. Just made a little hole in the top there because I want to drink half of this coconut now, and then we'll try to save some for later today just in case we don't find anything else to drink. So here we go. This is going to be good, man. Oh, that's really good. Gonna go splash my face in the ocean, wake up a little bit, but look at this. Are you joking? We've got a whole entire beach to ourselves. What a way to wake up, man. It's gonna go wet my face, and then we're going bush today. We're gonna go there. Hopefully we can find something to drink, something to eat. I'd love to have something to eat except for coconut meat. Oh. That's beautiful. Whoa. See this? This is that cow. These are cow tracks. Look. And they go straight up to where I'm sleeping. Very curious cow. There's so many bottles, rubbish, plastic cups, pieces of plastic, all in the back of this pandanus palm. So I'm just gonna go through and try to gather whatever we can that's gonna help us out, because there's a lot of rubbish in here that's sort of useful. Like here, there's a styrofoam box. Like, oh, it's got a hole in it, but there's an old box. Plastic here. This could probably come in handy for something, that plastic. I'll just go scavenge through all this. We're right up the coast there before we head in the bush. Hey, look at this. There's wild dogs there. Hey! Upgrade. There's a bottle we can use later. The plastic bag. Maybe we can use that. So much junk in here. It's actually really sad how much plastic is in this bush here. I'm not even going to waste my time. I'm going to take advantage of this sun, take advantage of that plastic that we found. What I'm going to do, what I'm going to try to do is make a solar still. So I'm going to dig a hole here. Hopefully we can contain the moisture in the hole, and that'll generate some water for today. As soon as I started, these clouds just started rolling over, and for this to work we need direct sunlight. So hopefully I'm still gonna make it, so while we're out there hunting, this can be gathering water. We're gonna go get foliage from the trees, and we fill this hole completely up with the green leaves. As that sun is beaming down on this during the day, it's gonna start to condensate, it's gonna start to sweat. It rises, it hits the plastic, then it drips down to the rock, and it's gonna catch in a cup which is underneath that rock. But what is the most interesting thing? Check this out. Already, without any leaves in there, that's condensation right there. So that there is already drinking. I could lick this thing and we could have a little bit of a wet mouth, you know, but that's very interesting. Look at that, that's already condensation. Alright, so this is the section of the bottle. Chuck a clean rock in the bottom of the bottle, and we're going to place him in there. And I'm not too sure exactly what this leaf is, but you can see that a lot of bugs have been eating at this leaf, so that gives me the indication that that's not toxic. So we've got that, we've got our bottle, our rock inside. That'll just keep it stable. So now we'll flick our plastic over and we'll let that thing start sweating up. All right, so we've pretty much come to a point where I'm happy to leave it now. So that is a thong here, a thong over there. I'll tell you what, these bloody thongs, they come in handy. Just because the plastic wasn't big enough. So that's stopped, that's made a seal, that thong made a seal. So that's completely airtight now. That is all right now, getting hot, sweaty, juicy. You can see that it's actually working already. So that stone now, that's the lowest point. The water should run across to that stone and then drip into our cup. While we're away looking for water in the bush, that thing there is just gonna slowly drip, drip. So this whole shrub here is edible. It's called goat's foot, or what's the other name for it? Morning glory. So these flowers here, that's actually an edible flower. I can eat as many of these as I want, and we're gonna be all good. So I'm gonna collect a couple of these flowers. We'll eat these flowers. You can also eat these leaves. If you boil these leaves in water, they're edible, and so is the root from this plant. So it's good to know this is here. We can come back, maybe boil up the roots, boil up the leaves. Definitely there's a food source there. Plenty and plenty of pandanus palm here, so we can get the seeds out of the pandanus palm fruit. We'll eat that later maybe. But water is still looking pretty scarce. My senses are so alive right now. If I see a lizard, anything, I'm catching it. We're gonna cook it on the fire. And this is actually pretty interesting. This stuff here, don't know if you guys can see this sap here. It's super sticky. Look at this. That would be really handy around the camp. So this tree's a little bit of a walk away, but not too far. But this will eventually dry rock hard like this is here. So you can patch water bottles. You can do a lot of stuff with that. It's flammable, really good stuff. Right now it's in a perfect stage of patching anything. Really good. This palm tree has been absolutely hammered by people, or I don't know, it doesn't look well. But there is an old coconut there, and there's a broken one over there. This one doesn't look very good. This is really old. Oi! Ooh. This is actually starting to become really hard to get anything to drink. So I just opened up that coconut, and just like I thought, inside it's rotten, it stinks. There's water in there, but so this is what it looks like. There's liquid in there, but if you can see this, it's all black. It stinks, man. It smells like, I don't know, it smells like vinegar slash some sort of an alcohol. I'm not going to drink that. That's probably going to make me sick. You can see here that it's all rotting away. All this is just wet and it's rotting. There's bugs in it. So there's a lot of animal tracks here that I've been following for probably 45 minutes now, hoping it'll lead me to water, but they're sort of just going in circles. That's obviously a big cow shit there, so these cows have to be drinking something. We just got to find where they're going. Okay, so we've come back to camp. I've still got a mouthful in that coconut there. That's going to be like heaven, but what I'm really excited about is this. I don't know if you guys can see with this this glare right now, but look at this water. It's running. This one here is running. There's one running. Flat out there is water dripping into that bottle. This is crazy. Oh, that makes me feel a lot better. We're slowly trapping fresh water. And in here, still got our coconut. There's a mouthful of water in here, so I'm just gonna hang in the shade for a bit, drink this. So that right there is the last water I have. That is it. It's gonna taste bloody good. I haven't drank any water since this morning when I woke up, so that's definitely gonna get me through. I have a lot of hope now that I know that the solar still is working. I don't think we're gonna get much water out of it, but it'll be enough to survive another day, another night. This is gonna taste bloody beautiful. So I have done a massive walk. It is barren around here. Like, this is just super hot, super dry black dirt. There's no water in sight. Like, I walked up along the cliffs seeing if there's water coming down the cliffs, nothing. So we're just gonna keep walking, and yeah, that's all we can do right now. Giving up is not an option. I am absolutely melting out here. So I just got back from a hell of a walk. We've got a couple of things that are going to help us out. So originally I was going to make a bow drill. What I want to do, I want to start a fire, and we'll go try to catch a couple of crabs, because I am beyond hungry. Like, I'm starving right now. So I was going to use this, and then I found this to make the bow drill. Then we upgraded to this perfect stick for a bow drill. It's like made for it, right? So that was the plan, to make a bow drill. But then I found this, and this has got me frothing. We found a glass bottle. The good thing about this bottle is it is so clean. Like, this thing's primo. This is how I'm gonna start a fire. doing this with a bow drill isn't a lot of effort, but starting a fire with a bottle like this is going to be so much easier. So we've got our bottle and we found this coconut husk, really dry coconut husk. What else do we get? And the fishing lures. Obviously I'm not going to be able to use these because the swell's crazy and these hooks are rusty as hell, but it's going to be a good addition to our little home. Hey, look at that. Alright, so this is how I want to start the fire. This is the dried tinder from the coconut husk. This is the bottle we found. All we're going to do is use this round corner of the bottle here. Use it as a magnifying glass, find the point where it's at its sharpest, and we'll just hold it there for as long as possible. Usually it takes about 2 to 3 minutes in this hot weather like we've got now to start this smoking. And once it smokes, we'll transfer it to this coconut, and then we'll transfer it to the fire that I've already got prepped. That is what I'm talking about. You are joking. Look at this. Dude, that's ridiculous. It is so hot right now. Alright, so we've got alright, so here's our little amber. That's perfect. All right, so we're going to transfer it over to this. Come on. Ah, come on, come on, come on. Okay, now this is the critical part. You want that coal to be, come on. All right, let's take it to the fire. Come on. Ooh, she's smoky. Boom. Look at this. Yes. So that took 2 minutes and 18 seconds to start the fire using a glass bottle. It's a very, very good way, easy way and effortless way to start a fire, but it needs to be hot and your tinder needs to be dry. If you guys like that kind of thing, I'll leave a link at the end of this video to another video I made where I go in depth on how to start fire with bottles like this, bottles of water, plastic bags, batteries, all that stuff. So I'll leave that link at the end of the video, but for now, I'm gonna get this thing to a big roaring fire. We'll leave it, we'll go try to find something to eat. So we've actually got an arrangement of foods. Like, I'm pretty lucky, I've got choices what I want to eat. Up here, all on that ridge there is cactus. Along there is cactus. Unfortunately, that cactus isn't flowering now, so it doesn't have that beautiful fruit. But what we can do, we can actually eat the leaf on the cactus. Or we can come and frolic on these rocks. And these snails are actually really nice to eat. And there's no shortage of them. There are snails everywhere. Yeah. Oh no, man! Oh, we can still get it. Oosh! Yes, I've got it. Yeah. Yes! Look at that. That's gonna go good. That's beautiful. Woo! Have a go at this. We've got about, I don't know, 25, 20 snails, a big crab. So they're gonna be eating good. Except right now I have got a throbbing headache, man, because I'm not drinking water. My head is just like, it's nearly unbearable. It feels like I've got a baboon playing drums in my head. Ah, it's killing me. We'll keep pushing on. Alright, so while we're here, we may as well grab a bloody cactus leaf. I'll make a pair of tongs or something out of this, and we'll grab the cactus leaf as well. That's our that's going to be our dinner as well. It's really hard to find the young fresh ones because I'm up on a rock here and this is just all really old stuff, but she'll still go alright. We'll go take all the prickles off, put her on the fire, it'll go beautiful with the snails. Alright, we've made it home. It's actually starting to look like a house, eh? Got our firewood here, a little bit of dinner, cactus, we've got our deck chair, our house, our fire, and our water container, or our water catcher. And I can actually open it now because the sun's gone. So, look how much water's stuck on this plastic. We'll get it all draining down. Look at it go. Oh my God, we've got water. Check this out. Those leaves have completely changed colour, and look at this. We have a little bit of water in the bottom of that there. I am so happy with that. That'll save your life. Look at this, man. It worked pretty good. Oh wow. Oh, look at this. Things are looking up in this kitchen. So I've got about 10 snails in this tiny little can here. I can only cook 10 snails at a time because I found a little can down there. That's good enough. I'm gonna burn these spikes off this cactus with the flames of the fire. We'll just rest him there now. There's that beautiful crab we got, so I'm just gonna drop him on the coals. I put him to sleep as soon as I caught him. So we'll just drop him there. This is my first proper meal in 2 days. Yesterday, all I ate was that coconut inside of that coconut, and today I've been chewing on their second coconut. So this is gonna taste good. All right, I reckon that these snails are just about done. I've just gone down to the ocean there, got some salt water. Everything tastes better when it's cooked in salt water. Look at this crab meat. Oh my god, that is really good. Follow it down with a little bit of the cactus leaf. Tastes like salty cucumber. And I was gonna throw these fishing hooks away, those lures that I found, but they're gonna come in perfect for getting these shells, getting the meat out of these shells. Look at that, there's our snail. These things actually taste really good. Oh my god. There's a little snail meat. I'm very happy right now. We've got our fresh water, what we harvested ourselves, crab, cactus leaf, heaps of snails. I can do this forever. I think I'm just gonna sit here now, enjoy this food, watch the sunset and literally go to bed. I still have the headache from hell and I think I'm just gonna try to sleep it off. I'll finish these snails. I've already smashed that crab. Eat a bit more of this leaf and I think I'll be full. So I'll see you guys in the morning and see what tomorrow brings. Dude, there are the most insanely weird sounds coming from the jungle right now. It's I don't even know what the time is right now. It's 2:01 in the morning. There are some psycho sounds coming from that jungle. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh. Good morning. I've got the headache from hell. We'll get through it, but last night was so strange. There was these sounds like I've never heard before coming from the jungle, like it was like this. Like, and then it would just change to this different sound and another different sound. It's like an animal I've never heard before. I don't know what that was, man. That was strange. Not a very good sleep, but all right, welcome to day 3. I think I'm just gonna do the same as yesterday. We're just gonna start up that water catchment thing. The sun isn't even up yet, so I'm gonna, holy shit, dude. I did not put this stong, I swear on my life, I did not put this stong here. I have a body full of goosebumps right now. I swear to God, I didn't put that thong there. Holy shit, dude, that's weird. All right, so I'm definitely not here alone. There's other people living somewhere here because, whoa, that's so strange, man. Maybe those sounds were somebody last night, not an animal. That is so strange that that thong has been put there by somebody. It gives me like chills knowing that someone was walking around here last night and I didn't even know that they were there. That is really, really strange. I can't believe I didn't wake up. Anyway, that's so weird. All right, so before that sun pops up today, I'm gonna go do this walk again, walk along the tide line, see if anything new's washed up. I know I can get food from the rocks down there, so that's not such a problem. I know that I can make water here as long as there's sun and it's a nice blue sky day today. There's a bit of cloud over the back, but so I'm starting to get a little bit of a rhythm going. I'm gonna set this up again. We're only getting like probably even less than a cupful of water out of that solar still, but that's enough to keep me just that little bit, you know, to keep me hydrated. Well, it's not hydrated, but keep me going. So I'm gonna punch up the coast there, see what we can find. You have got to be joking me. Look what we found. Again, last time I did a survival challenge, we found it as well. This is the sister of Wilson. Wilson's sister. I'm gonna keep this. This would actually be a good pillow. We'll take that back to camp. It'll keep me entertained. There really isn't a lot washed up on the beach this morning. It's it's funny, hey, there's lots of different shoes. There's a lot of different things. There's a ball, Wilson's sister, but yeah, there's not really a lot we can use. So in true survival form, I've just done a piss into a bottle, and if things come down to it, I'll have to drink my own piss. So this is it here. Look at the color of that, man. Ah, it's so rank. That is dehydration times 10 right there. That is like mud. I'm just gonna leave it there. We'll keep walking, but it's literally like brown. I think I'd have to be seriously dying to drink that. We'll keep walking and we'll see what else we can find. Hopefully there's something. Please. That was really, really bloody lucky. Look at this. That's a broken bottle. It's still super sharp. Look at that, it's like razor sharp, and that's my footprint right there. If I stood on that, I would be in some serious problems. Wow, that's something I haven't really thought of. That is a very, very friendly reminder to me to wear shoes as much as possible when you're doing this kind of thing. Like right now, I'm not wearing shoes because I was like, I'm just gonna go walk along the coast, but I was this close to standing on that bit of glass, and if I stood on that glass, I would hate to see the outcome. But on a positive note, look at these beautiful shells, man. These shells are everywhere. Epic. There you go. I've got to remember to wear my shoes. That could have ended real bad. So we've been walking through this jungle now for quite a while. I'm gonna go really, really deep inland today. Just trying to find, ideally, I'm just really, really looking for a coconut just to wet my mouth. Like that's what, it's easy, it's simple, but at the same time, I'm following animal tracks. I'm just gonna keep walking, we're gonna keep punching. It's now 11:56, so halfway through the third day here, and there's no water still. So food isn't a problem at all, that's easy to get. Water, that's the problem. You have got to be joking. Oi, this is no joke. There's a chicken, man. There is a chicken in here somewhere. Oh my God, imagine if we caught a chicken. Where is it? Look, 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 look at this. There, see? Look at it. I need this chicken. Oh, it's flying. Ah. Oh. I just saw a monkey, man, and I hate monkeys. They are the most aggressive little creatures. I don't like monkeys, man. But what I've done, we've come to the base of this big cliff. So this is the big cliff. That's that big cliff that runs all the way along the coast. Hoping that there'd be like water running down or water getting pushed out of the face of the cliff, but dude, this is like really dry. Everything is just super dry. So now it's now 2 o'clock, so this isn't good, man. I'm gonna head back to camp and we'll go from there. All right, we've come back home. Unfortunately today it's super cloudy, so that isn't really gonna be working today. We've got this much water left. Oh my God, I'm gonna smash that water. That is literally all the water we've got gone. I have no more water. Oh, we're done, we're finished. I reckon if I was stuck here for like a month or 2 months, I reckon you'd survive. There's plenty of food, like food isn't an issue, water's the problem, but every single day you just walk further and further and further. Like I'm walking maybe 1.5 kilometers that way and sort of this way from this camp. So what I'll do, I'll just keep traveling and keep walking because there's obviously, there's animals here and there is people living somewhere around here. So there's gonna be a water source somewhere. You've just got to find it, and that's the hard part. So that little cup of water that we can generate each day is probably just enough to keep you pushing to find, I don't know, to find the water source, or before you go absolutely insane. One of the two. All right, I've just packed up the solar still. We've done a little bit of a clean up. I'm gonna take as much rubbish as I can out in my bag, and I'm just gonna hoof it. It's a long walk back to where I started 3 days ago. So I'm gonna start walking and I'm just gonna look for coconuts. I'm gonna walk in the jungle there. So we'll do a little bit of a walk around. We'll do one more clean up and we'll start hunting for coconuts in the bush. One last look at our magical little camp before we go into the deep jungle. She's been good. She definitely did her job. I'm gonna leave these fishing lures for the next guy, or for the next person, whoever's stuck here. Thank you, you've been amazing. But now we're going deep into the jungle. We're gonna find ourselves some coconuts before I seriously pass out. And the hunt for coconuts continues. If you guys like this video, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And I guess I'll see you in the next one, doggies. Much love and thank you for watching. Yow! Oh man, I have got the biggest headache right now. Oh, it's literally like, it's like disabling me, seriously.